Hi everyone, this is Annalisa. Welcome back. Today I'm super excited to be a part of Colourarte Summer Splash educational event and to share the 3 paintings in this video with you guys, as well as some details about Colourarte Summer Splash giveaway. For Colourarte's Summer Splash giveaway, you have the chance to win a $400 Colourarte Shopping Spree by putting together a secret phrase. You will need to watch all 14 Summer Splash event affiliate videos to gather the secret phrase from each one. Once you've gathered all of the secret words that make up the secret phrase, go to Colourarte's website using the link in the description below to send your entry. In addition to the grand prize, each affiliate's channel will have an individual drawing for a 6-piece prism pour set of your choosing. To enter for a chance to win a channel prize, all you need to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on the video. You have until August 19th at midnight to enter. Channel prizes will be announced on August 22nd. I've included all the details for this giveaway in the description below. Feel free to review those as well as find the links for all of the other affiliate videos. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. I will be including my secret word here later on in the video, so stay tuned for more details to come. So I was trying to pick my video for this event, and every time I went through all of my videos, I kept coming back to the three paintings that I included on this video. All 3 paintings use interference pigments or dual tone pigments, and those are my favorite when it comes to painting with a black pillow, which some of you know that is my favorite type of pillow to use. For this painting, it's a clock face, so I had to be really careful of the circle that's in the middle. So you can see I'm actually hitting up against it as I'm dragging into the middle with each swipe or each line that I'm drawing in. And that is always kind of a little unnerving when you've got a hole in the middle, because sometimes you can lose a lot of your paint, your good pigments down the middle, and there's not really a lot you can do, because you also don't want to tape the back and block that hole, because it seems like every time I've taped the back and closed up those holes, it never fails. The board warps, and then I'm stuck with trying to figure out how to get the board to flatten out. And eventually they do flatten out, but just to save the trouble, I started no longer taping the middles. I make sure that they can breathe really well. So I included this part of the video just because I thought it was hilarious that I made it all the way through spinning it and it fell off, and it actually survived. I could not believe it. But I played that and my daughter jumped and went and I figured it would be fun to include. Anyway, so as you can see, the interference pigments really reflect all of the light that is shining on it. The interference violet and the interference blue are probably 2 of my favorites. They never fail to impress. You can see the light hitting it and how it just changes. I always like to include a picture at the very last bit where I show a full light on So I showed that picture to my daughter and she goes, Mom, that's photoshopped. And I said, no, it's not photoshopped. It has full light on it. So there is a difference. Just know that picture wasn't photoshopped. Anyway, so this next painting, the Violet Rose, is hands down like one of the prettiest purples, and it has a really amazing dual tone interference in it, and it just really made this one pop, especially having it on the bottom. And I also had mixed some of these paints to see what would happen if I mixed interference pigment into a regular paint. Turns out that actually ends up being really, really cool. I used Golden Quinacridone Violet, and I added interference blue, and wow, that it just made the entire thing pop. So just a little tip for future use. Try out using interference pigments inside of your regular paint colors, inside of your regular paint color mixes. They end up giving you some really awesome effects. And that night I had also tried one using Golden Phthalo Turquoise and in a Colourarte Interference Gold, and that one also turned out really amazing. So it's definitely on the top list of must try if you haven't already tried it. And even if you have already tried it, do it again, because it was a lot of fun and it turned out really pretty. So the thing about these hearts that always gets me, no matter what, is the amount of shifting I have to do, because you have to be really careful about not overloading the paint on the heart. You want to make sure that you have just enough to make it move, but not so much that it's going to overly blow up your cells. And so I spend a lot of time adjusting these hearts. When you do your first initial spin, make sure you're really, really careful not to spin it too hard. You literally just want to let it do a very slow, quick first spin, and then adjust accordingly to make sure that your whole swipe doesn't go flying off the side. Oh my God, look at how pretty that is. You can see the interference blue really shine in that Golden Quinacridone magenta or violet. Golden Quinacridone Violet. So one thing I noticed that was kind of strange was no matter what I did, the paint color kept coming out looking aqua in this video, and it finally dawned on me that that had to do with the way that my light was hitting the interference pigments and messing with my lens on my camera. So it looks a lot greener than it actually is. The pillow paint was I believe it, Sherwin-Williams Splash. So for this painting, I have found that this way of layering, it really does amazing, especially when you're using interference pigments. I am not sure why, but it highlights them really well, and I think it's because you don't have a bunch of them all on top of each other. I don't know why I'm making the hand gesture for that when you can't see that, but you don't have a whole bunch of them on top of each other. They're mostly side by side with a few layered on top, and that seems to make all the difference when it comes to the interference pigments really popping through. And I used several different interference ones in here. And I had also so a few weeks back, I told everyone that I would be trying out a new orange blower to see if this one worked well, and I'm happy to report this one does seem to work really well, which was great because I couldn't find the pieces for my it disappeared in the pile with everything so torn up getting ready for that gallery exhibit this week. It's everything's all over the place. So I'm really happy to report this worked really well, and it actually seemed to blow harder. Anyway, the secret word is exists. I don't know if you saw that, but again, exists. Anyway, so with this blower, it really helped to when I use the old one, I wasn't able to push as much. I'm not sure how to explain that, but it seemed like I was able to continue to go in and move paint around or move the cell activator around a lot more than I was able to with some of my other smaller blowers. So I'm not sure if that was just the brand or just the pour that I was doing for the day. I'm gonna give that some more testing. You know, I really wish I could find another one of these straws, but I don't know how to replicate bending a straw that got warped in the dishwasher. None of my others warped in the dishwasher. So you can see I actually went back in and put the nozzle on my blower and used it, and I haven't done that in months. So this blower definitely had some interesting things that I need to test out on future pieces. It's really hard when you get to like the very end where you're almost ready to wreck your bloom, but your cell activator in the middle just isn't quite where you want it to be, so then you end up blowing on it, and sometimes you can overblow. Luckily with this one I didn't, but I was really beginning to worry that that was going to be the case because I did have to go after this one so many times. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I also hope you enter all 14 affiliate channel giveaways, as well as enter for the grand prize $400 shopping spree giveaway. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are not already, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Thank you. Have a great day.